My name is Puss in Boots. Sorry guys, that is a terrible Antonio Banderas impression, but what is up guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Untitled Movie Reviews. My name is On the Breakout, and of course from the intro, today I'm going to review the latest DreamWorks animated film, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. This is the sequel to the 2011 Puss in Boots movie, and of course this is a new Shrek film. And this movie stars the return of Antonio Banderas, reprising his role as Puss in Boots with Salma Hayek, Harvey, Guillén, Florence, Pugh, Mulaney, Olivia, Colman, and Winstone. Puss in Boots discovers that his passion for adventure has taken its toll. He has burned through 8 of his 9 lives, so Puss sets on an epic journey to find the last wish, the wishing star, to restore his 9 lives. Now, I gotta say, for animated films this year, has been pretty mixed. There are some good ones, but not best ones. You know, Turning Red, Lightyear, they're just okay. I would say Strange Magic is one of the most disappointing animated films of the year, but I would say DreamWorks actually has been pretty good this year with The Bad Guys. I really enjoyed The Bad Guys. That movie was a lot of fun. It's definitely a good looking animated film that came out this year, and it's very creative. The only problem I have with that movie is the villain. So that movie's definitely a B+ for me. So with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, this movie can go different ways, and I'm going to be completely honest, I wasn't too anticipating for this film, because a sequel to the 2011's Puss in Boots movie, which I did like, I didn't love it, I was not too attached and too anticipating for this film. Until this movie came out. This movie has got some good reviews, so I got to see an advanced screening of this film because this movie is coming out on Boxing Day, and I want to just get more movies out of the way for 2022 so I'll celebrate Christmas, and there is one more movie that I get to see this year on Boxing Day, so I decided to get Puss in Boots: The Last Wish out of the way. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad that I checked out this film because finally, we have the best animated film of this entire year. I loved Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I would say it's definitely one of the better Shrek films that came out in a long time since Shrek 2. This film was just a total blast for me. Of course, let's talk about the voice acting of this film. Antonio Banderas reprising his role as Puss in Boots. He is fantastic in the film, and Puss in Boots as a character, this is some of the best I have seen in the Shrek franchise in a long time. You get to see Puss in Boots more as a character in this film, more of his personality in this film. Of course, he is basically on his last life, so of course, he has fear in him, and I think Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots is fantastic in the film, reprising his role like 10 years later after the first Puss in Boots movie. That's the last time Antonio Banderas has been voicing Puss in Boots. Now he returns and he's still got it. He is fantastic in this film. Salma Hayek returning as Kitty Softpaws. She is great in this film. I liked her better than she was in the first movie. I think she has a great chemistry with Puss in Boots in the film. And Salma Hayek, of course, her voice work is fantastic in this film. But what surprised me the most in this film is Harvey Guillén as Burrito in this film. The cute little dog that's going along with Puss and Kitty Softpaws to find the wishing star. I loved his character in this film. Literally when I saw his character in the trailer, I'm like, this character's going to be annoying. No, he isn't. I thought his character is such a delight in this film. He is so adorable in this film. And his chemistry with Puss in Boots and Kitty Softpaws in the film is great in the film. He's definitely the heart of this film, and he is so adorable in the film. And Harvey Guillén did a really good job playing him. But of course, let's talk about the side characters of the film. Goldilocks, voiced by Florence Pugh. Great job in this film. I didn't even notice it was Florence Pugh until the end of the movie. Great voice acting, Florence Pugh. She does a great job as Goldilocks and the Three Bears. But I want to talk about the main villain of this film. Wolf. Man, this villain is one of the most badass villains that I've seen in a long time in an animated film. This villain is freaking awesome in this film. The way he is introduced in this film is terrifying, it's creepy. There are surprisingly a bit of horror elements in this film because of Wolf's character. It shows how terrifying this villain is, and it's sort of like Bane to Puss in Boots, like he's a hard character to basically defeat in the film. And just the voice actor, I don't know who played him, I'm going to put his name right there. He does a great job playing this villain. This is one of the better villains that I've seen in DreamWorks movies. But this is the thing that really impressed me in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. The animation. This is a completely different animation that DreamWorks has normally done, and the animation looks really good in the film. If DreamWorks keeps up with this type of animation, I think DreamWorks is going to do better, because this is one of the most creative animations that I have seen this entire year. It kind of goes for the Into the Spider-Verse type animation, but it did work in this film. It is one of those films that I feel like it needs to be animated. And I would say the adventure, the action sequences of this film is fantastic. I followed the whole adventure all the way through. There's not a single bit in the film where I'm like, I'm completely bored. I would say this film has some great action scenes. This film is an action film as well. There are some great fight scenes in this film where I'm like, holy shit. The animation helps that. It looks really good in this film. But I would say the whole adventure aspect, the whole story of the film was a blast to watch. This film is completely hilarious. There's a lot of great comedy in this film, but this film has a great heart as well. There are some good emotional scenes in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which I wasn't expecting. I think the emotional aspects of the film makes this movie great, and I'm really happy that the directors really tried to make this movie something special, and I think Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is definitely something special, and it's definitely a movie that is missing from the other animated films that came out this year. Overall, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is absolutely my favorite animated film of this year. Finally, we have a great animated film that came out this year. Because the animated films this year has not been the best in my personal opinion. Thank God Puss in Boots: The Last Wish saved it. This movie has a great story, the voice cast is great in the film. This is definitely one of the better Shrek films that I've seen since Shrek 2. The adventure, the action scenes, the whole story in general was great in this film. And man, I cannot wait to see what comes next with DreamWorks, because their animation in the film is some of the best I have seen all year. Check out Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. This is a great movie for the entire family, and I am absolutely going to give Puss in Boots: The Last Wish an A. So guys, that is my review for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Do you like this movie, hate this movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Keep contacting with me. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.